What's up, guys? It's Cody from If It Ain't Soaring, It's Boring, and today I'm going to be answering the question on how to become a glider pilot. Now, if you're anything like how I was about 2 years ago, I knew nothing about gliding, and if you were to ask me, I would think I just got towed to altitude and released and fell right back down to the earth. But there's actually a lot more skills and techniques involved in the sport, and today I'm just going to be sharing a few things that you can expect to have to go through to become a glider pilot. So here we go. So step one, you need to find a glider club that's nearest you. You call them up, introduce yourself, tell them that you're interested in maybe joining the club. They'll invite you out the next time they're out there, and they'll probably take you up for an introductory flight. They'll go over all the dues and fees that are involved and how the flight training works, and then you set yourself up with a flight instructor and really work out a schedule that works for you. So step two, you need to get in the air as frequent as you can. I really recommend going at least 2 times a week to stay consistent. That way your brain is able to retain all the information from previous lessons. The FAA says for gliders you need at least 10 hours of total time. 2 hours of that have to be solo, and you need at least 20 takeoff and landings. Step 3, you really need to set up a study schedule for yourself. You need to set aside at least 1 hour every day to sit down and dedicate it to just studying, because you have to take a written test, and the written test consists of 60 multiple choice questions. And I think you have about 2 hours, 2.5 hours to complete it. And I think the test costs about $150 at the testing facility. Now, once you got your written exam completed and you get all your hours accounted for, now it's time to work towards your check ride. And your check ride is where a flight examiner comes out to the club. He's going to introduce himself. He's going to sit down with you, really try to break the ice and make it a relaxed environment. He knows you're going to be nervous. It's mainly going to be a lot of paperwork involved, and he's really going to ask you a lot of questions, some of the questions you may have seen on your written exam. Now, once you got all that completed, the examiner is actually going to walk with you out to the glider and watch you perform a pre-flight checklist. So pretty much what that consists of is he watches you go around the plane, make sure it's free of any faults, and make sure all your documents are in order. Then he's going to do 3 flights with you, and be prepared because one of them will be a rope break. And a rope break is where he'll break the rope above 200 but not too high. He wants you to have that startle factor, and what you do is you turn into the wind and come straight back a 180 to the airport. This is just the basics on what you need to do to become a glider pilot. I'll go over everything else in more detail in future videos, so if you would, please like and subscribe to the channel, and remember, if it ain't soaring, it's boring.